Well, let's stick in the Big Ten here because I do want to ask you guys this. On what was it? Was it Tuesday? Was it Monday? Purdue, whatever day it was, Purdue hosted Illinois and ran them off the floor in the second half. We saw Purdue at their very, very best in the second half of that game. I believe it was Tuesday night, and they ended up winning by like 18. They turned around on Thursday and they got smoked by Michigan, like smoked. And then on Sunday afternoon, they faced off with Maryland in a game where Maryland probably should have won that game with the way that Purdue played. Purdue got it done. They went out and they got the win, and credit to them for finding a way to get it done. But I thought that Maryland was the better team in that game, at least on that day. So let me ask you guys this: who are you more concerned about long term? Who are you more worried about when it comes to the NCAA tournament and potentially making a run? When it comes to finding a way to win a Big Ten tournament title, Purdue or Illinois?
Well, I'm more concerned about Purdue because they do not defend. And for me, that's just who they are. It's part of their identity now. And that's concerning. Because in the NCAA tournament, there are moments and times when you're trading baskets. You get to the third game or you get to the fourth game, you're facing another really, really good team that's going to say, we are so comfortable right now. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem that I have with the Boilers, is that when push comes to shove and they need to string 3 stops together, nor alone, let's just talk about 1 or 2. Can they do it? Can they do it? So they are what they are by now. They are an outstanding offensive basketball team. They have an NBA draft lottery pick. They have one of the best schematic coaches in the country who does not get discussed enough. But guys, T.O., if you can't guard, man, that's hard to win 6 consecutive games. It's really hard to be able to do both those things. And they just have trouble guarding.
Hey, if you look at just conference at the metrics, offensive efficiency, Purdue first, effective field goal percentage, Purdue first, offensive rebounding first, free throw rate first, 2-point percentage first, 3-point percentage first. If Gonzaga played anybody, I would imagine the same. If they played anybody, don't hit me with this St. Mary's is ranked bull. Don't do it. Because if they played anybody with any offensive firepower, their metrics. So I'm bullish on Purdue because I think they have somebody at the end of the game that can get you one. They're a matchup nightmare, and they're going to be able to score. Kofi Coburn goes out of the game for Illinois, I get worried. I think like they're so reliant on him to where Purdue, one person. Now, Jay Ivey means a lot. Like a couple of those finishes he had against, was it Illinois where he just went berserk in the second half.
Yeah.
I've watched so much basketball this year. It's unbelievable. But
it was no, you know what it was? It was Michigan last weekend where he got downhill and he was just dunking in traffic like it was layup lines. It was ridiculous.
He was doing. Now he is kind of the lightning rod for that team, but this Illinois team, Kofi Coburn gets knocked out. Like Fanta, you talked about Verdue and all those guys behind him. Like, I just don't know if it's there behind him to where Purdue, I know that I know what they have and what they have behind Zach Edey, who, by the way, Zach Edey is the first pick in the draft. Like, let's be absolutely clear here. Like, if it's 1995, Zach Edey is the first pick in the draft. But I just love this Purdue team. Offensively, they're so good, so many different weapons. Defensively, you got to be able to score. I know it gets physical, but they're so big, they're going to be able to embrace physicality. And if they control the boards, that's going to help out with their defense side.
I understand their ceiling. I know how good they are when they are at their best, but there are too many nights where they are so reliant on finding a way to get things going offensively. And they are so reliant on having to have some of these explosive offensive outbursts that I think that there's going to be a game in the tournament where they do something like shoot 4 for 18 from 3. and Zach Edey gets in foul trouble early, and they can't establish Trevion Williams, and there's somebody that can slow down Jaden Ivey like that. To me, they are just primed for an upset early on in the tournament, like in the second round, or maybe even in the Sweet 16. I think I trust Illinois to find a way to get it done.
Here's my thing with the upsets in the
Yeah.
NCAA tournament. Like, who upsets them? Because if they play a mid, like, they're going to shoot 80% from two.
They're not
Like-
getting picked up. They're not losing in the first. They're going to be a 1 or a 2 seed, and there's no way that a 16 seed or a 15 seed is
No.
going to pick them off. But what's going to happen is, let's look at the teams that are kind of right now. I'll go to bracket matrix right now, and I'll walk you through the teams that are kind of in that 7 to 10 seed range. Which
Yep.
is who they would probably be playing in the second round.
This is
and
fun.
Arkansas is a team that has the guard play that can take advantage of what they want to do, and they can space out the big guys. A team like Wyoming has the guard play that can be able to get that done. I think that
No.
Seton Hall is a team that is built to be able to
Ooh.
give Purdue a little bit of trouble. I think that Colorado State is a team that can give them trouble because of the way that they can space things out on the offensive end of the floor. I think that Wake Forest is a team that could give them a little bit of trouble because of the way they can space things out. Someone like Miami, with the guard play that Miami has, if they end up getting Purdue in the second round, they're a team that can give them a little bit of trouble. Oregon is a team that I think can give Purdue a little bit of trouble.
Oregon, we need to pump the brakes on Oregon a little bit.
No, we do. We do. Like, that loss to Cal is
Horrendous. What does Shaq say? Horror awful.
Yeah.
Horror.
The only thing that I'm saying, T.O., the only thing that I'm saying about Oregon is that they are a team that has great guard play when they're right. And Jacob Young and Will Richardson would be guys that I think could find a way to be able to create something off the bounce against Purdue.